What's going on, guys? Jay here from the Jay and Cass Game podcast. I've been following politics and conspiracy theories for a significant portion of my adult life. And some of it, I've always considered as kind of BS, I guess. But there's always been a very consistent narrative of a very elite and powerful cabal. And given the circumstances of our current political climate and all the crazy stuff that's happening, I think this is probably one of the most important videos that I will have ever made on this channel and for this podcast channel. I'm going to go through a Twitter thread with you guys that is very, very interesting and incredibly detailed. If any of you guys saw, there was a video on InfoWars, which is Alex Jones's website, about Steve Pieczenik coming out saying that this election was actually a sting operation and that all of the official ballots that were used in this election were watermarked with a QFS blockchain code, which is a code that is incredibly hard to break. Some more information just came out that validates those claims a little heavier, and I'm going to show you guys why with this Twitter thread. This is from Tom Graham. Please read the whole thread. On election night, Trump and his campaign team assembled in the Eisenhower building just west of the White House to watch the results come in. Know what is there? A SCIF. Here's a picture of a SCIF. A SCIF is a sensitive, compartmented information facility, the kind used by Army Intelligence Cybersecurity Division. They were monitoring the election fraud in real time using the QFS blockchain connected to the voting system, I'm assuming. This is the Eisenhower Executive Office building where this was taking place. They knew which states were using the voting machines loaded with Hammer and Scorecard. I've heard a lot about this. Hammer and Scorecard, software developed for the CIA to manipulate voter tallies remotely in foreign elections, which is something that they definitely do. It was just deployed against the American people. Tom Fitton and Sidney Powell put it right in your face. They talk about it right here. I watched this clip earlier today. Dr. Charlie Ward is a currency broker and hotel contractor, or also a Trump insider, describes the deployment of this sting operation to trap those involved in election theft. I'm going to play this.
Just to let you know, I've been given consent this morning to tell you something that I've had to keep very, very quiet because I signed an NDA about this, and I can confirm 100% that the blockchain technology was used for the voting on this election alongside the conventional voting system. And Donald Trump won by a complete landslide.
71 million votes.
I mean, the figures are off the scale. He has all of the hard evidence. This was a sting operation rather than a vote. But I can now tell you that the QFS, the quantum financial system, was actually used, the quantum voting system was actually used for this election. So we actually know the true result, and we know the ones that the Democrats tried to twist. So for those people that doubted it, we now have hard evidence. And over the next few days, there will be a number of arrests and a number of indictments and a lot of things that are happening. But I can tell you 100% that the QFS, quantum financial system, was actually used for this election alongside the old system. So brilliant news, and Donald Trump won by a landslide.
So that's what Charlie Ward had to say. I really hope to see those arrests coming soon. The Federalized National Guard were pulling around-the-clock duty in at least 16 states to trap these monsters. All the swing states currently involved in the theft are on the list. So what does that mean? In my opinion, the original conspiracy always was that there's a group of very powerful and, let's say, evil people that like their positions of power and would like to keep them. And many of them are connected in extremely high levels of government intelligence and banking systems. And this could be the thing that finally takes them down. They've been robbing the country for decades now at this point, creating false scarcity and poverty. I can only hope that this is true. Take it with a grain of salt. But there's a lot of things that are just way too coincidental that have been adding up in this. This makes so much sense. The last thing that I wanted to show you is on this Twitter feed. I'm going to take a look at who Tom Graham is. Tom Graham is an 82nd Airborne veteran. And guess who is a follower of Mr. Tom Graham? You are seeing it right with your own eyes. That is General Michael Flynn. Can I say Q? Question mark. Maybe there's a reason that the things General Flynn has been tweeting have sounded very similar to Q posts. We the people, keep the faith, we will prevail. Digital soldiers keep shining a strong light on their unraveling darkness before us. It is our commitment to future generations of Americans. Remain one nation under God. Fight back. Stop the steal. Sounds a little bit like trust the plan. I might be way out of my depth right now, but this seems huge. This seems massive. If you guys know who Michael Flynn is, it just adds another layer, I guess, of credibility to these claims that the person laying this out is followed by him. So sit back and hold tight, I guess, friends. Shit's about to get real crazy.